Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Shooting this on hump day, and first time I've seen any sun or blue sky in probably like 8 or 9 days, so it's kind of nice. Going to shoot this video, get a workout, and then head down to the park. Anyhow, today I want to talk about a raw food diet, weight gain, and my winter plan. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you will stay subscribed to the channel. Yeah, we've been having some nice weather here other than the sun not being out, which is okay because we've been getting some early cooler temps than what we've had in the 3 years since I've been back from Costa Rica. So I'm quite happy with the weather these days. And that got me thinking ahead, thinking to the transition into the cooler weather and on into the winter. And I kind of like to sit down and break it down. And I do this from time to time, and I would suggest other people do this, every 3 months or so, kind of do a review with yourself, get something you want to work on, physical, eating wise, whatever. So, and once again, this is just as my channel's always been. You might find this video useful to you. You might take something from it and you might not. Like ever since I've been doing this channel, it's just kind of like showing what I do. Not necessarily trying to change your mind on anything or teach you anything, just showing you this is what I eat, this is what I do, and let you decide if the results are worth it or not. Weight gain. I got on the scale Monday morning. I've been hearing about all these, the pandemic 15 pounds, the pandemic 20, and especially on a raw food diet. I just don't get it when people say they're doing a raw food diet, they're eating nothing but raw food, and I'm not eating nothing but raw food, and they gain weight, and they don't know why. At this point, I just don't see how that's possible. I just can't eat enough raw food. I mean, I can gain weight, but I have to really focus. And that's what I'm going to do this winter. Now I'm going into it a little bit more solid than I have the last couple of years because I made it more of a point to keep that weight on over the summer. What happened to me 2 summers ago, I did better last summer, although I still lost some weight over the summer and had to build it back up over the winter. But 2 summers ago, I got way too fruity and I got down to about 150 pounds again, which is way, way, way too skinny. The other day, stepped on the scale, 163. Exact same weight I was when the pandemic started back in what, March, something like that, because I guess everybody's been eating comfort foods, whatever. Just listen, here's the deal with the comfort food. Find better comfort food. Find better comfort food. I mean, I'm not perfect, but even my comfort food is nothing to really be guilty about. I mean, sometimes it's not perfect food combining, adding the fat to fruit. For me, comfort food is almond butter and ice cream, putting a tablespoon of almond butter in with my ice cream. Comfort food for me is chocolate chip and ice cream, putting cacao chips in there, and I'll do that as much as I want to. So just if you're gaining weight, you don't want to gain, change your definition of this comfort food. As I always say, the cleaner you eat, the more you can eat. The biggest thing is I'm just even going to hone in a little bit more than what I've been doing this summer and really focus on everything that I eat is for a reason. Every bite I take, I try to make the food choices count. I want as much nutrition in every meal and every bite of food that I take in as possible. So a lot of times that's what drives my food choices. Like, okay, say for instance, if I'm sitting around right now starting to get ready to think about what am I going to have for dinner, I don't generally sit around and go, ooh, like most people do, what would taste good tonight or what would entertain me tonight? Although, whatever I decide on tonight, I'm going to enjoy it. It's not going to be like I'm just choking it down just because it's good. But I'm like, okay, let's see, what have I had so far today? All right, I need this. This is what I need because I haven't gotten that today, or maybe I'm about to do a workout and I need, some post-workout or whatever. But that's where the choices come from. What do I need? And a lot of what I'm working, number one, I'm working on the weight gain. I'm working on gaining weight this winter, and not all that much, and it's not all that unrealistic. I'm going into the cooler weather at 163. I think easy, I can push it to 170. I've been loving the TRX workouts. Each time I work out with it, I get a little bit more of a feel for it, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm really getting a pump here. So I like that. I got myself a kettlebell the other day. I haven't been able to find one of those for 6 months. So I'm going to add that into the routine, and then just good solid nutrition on top of that. So going to make sure that I'm getting my workouts in over the winter. There's two things I want to make sure I'm doing over the winter. Like I was talking to a friend the other night, and I actually was kind of sounding some of this stuff out. I wasn't planning on doing it. Wasn't like I was talking to her with the idea of doing a video, but talking through it, I said, okay, I see where I'm going this winter. Nutrition, nutrition, nutrition. We're coming up on flu season. We've been in this pandemic all year, boosting the immune system, just continuing to do what I've been doing, focusing on getting nutrition in, and specifically vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. Now, vitamin C, I can be a little bit stubborn sometimes. I was doing a little reading the other day, and I realized I can be kind of a little bitch about things sometimes. I want all or nothing. I want it. I want. So like last winter, I didn't get oranges. Oranges weren't a great price. Not a good enough price to make orange juice every morning. So I just didn't do the orange juice. So I didn't really do oranges. Then you realize like eating one orange in the morning pretty much gives you your vitamin C for the day. It gives you it gives you a nice big percentage of your calcium for the day. So just a simple orange. So I'm going to focus on those things, and I'm going to focus. And once again, I'm never going to get into the debate supplements versus not supplementing. I do supplement. I will supplement vitamin D this winter, although in this little period, sorry, the air conditioner, it's a little bit warmer today, came on. In this period right now where the temperatures are better, but it's still warm enough and there's sun outside, that I'll get outside and get some fresh vitamin D like that. But then I will be supplementing throughout the winter for sure. So getting my vitamin C, eating oranges on the reg, eating kiwis. Kiwis are another cheap source of the vitamin C. Pumpkin seeds for the zinc and other foods for the zinc, but I'll definitely continue to supplement there as well. Got up and turned that off. It always makes it kind of annoying in the videos. A couple of other things I am very, very, very focused on this winter is the greens. I want to get in even more greens than I've been getting between, the actual greens I eat, put in my smoothies, and the daily green boost that I don't take it every day, but I have it regularly. I probably would say that I take my daily green boost about 5 times a week. Might try to grow something simple around here for some greens, but I really want to focus on getting those greens, as many greens in as possible, and the sprouts. The lentil sprouts. I've got some going right now. They should be ready in a couple of days. Once again, somebody will ask me, because you probably haven't seen other videos, no, I'm not going to do a sprouting video. It would take it would be a weird video, and it would take about 1.5 minutes. You soak your lentils overnight, you drain them the next morning, you put one of those little sprouting lids or something, not so porous on there. You drain it, you rinse them, you drain it, you do that twice a day. That's it. You drain them twice a day, store them upside down, boom. But I've been pretty regular about that the last, 6 weeks or so, and that I want to double down. I want sprouts all the time in my refrigerator over the winter. I put them in salads, I can put them in soups. It's not, I can't say I'm like, wow, it really tastes super good, but it doesn't change the taste that much. I like to put them in my smoothies. If I haven't gotten them anywhere else that day, I'll put them in my smoothies. Because I don't know, just me. I know a lot of people are just fruit. I believe in the power of legumes. I think legumes are a good, healthy food that we need in our life. So the days, I'll still, even once a week, maybe, it's usually till once a week now, I'll have some beans. I'll actually cook some beans or some lentils, but I'm going to sprout those legumes, get those greens, work on those nutrients, and keep my calories up. Now, as for the cooked food that I will include, I don't really include it because the winter's coming. It's just, it helps me keep those calories up. It helps me not just have to, when I'm doing it fully raw and I want to gain weight, got to eat all the time, and sometimes make awkward choices just to get those calories in. Love throwing a couple of big sweet potatoes on a salad. And those are the kind of choices I do make. I don't just like, and I understand why people don't quite understand me and nobody really aligns exactly with me, because you got all the raw people over here that are just raw, 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 raw. We don't think of anything other than raw. And the whole, if you eat a bite of cooked food, it's a slippery slope. And for the most part, they're right, because a lot of people that we've seen out there that start off or they focus on raw food, and then they start eating a little bit of cooked food, within a year, they're not even making, they may still even be vegan, but they're not even making good choices. They're just eating plant-based food. I've never claimed to be fully vegan. Even in Costa Rica, when I'd come back to the States, I'd eat some cooked food when I came back to the States. But it's never changed for me. I don't do a slippery slope, or either I got good enough shoes on to keep myself from slipping and sliding, because it's very calculated. I eat the certain things. It hasn't like progressed. I don't eat more. It doesn't keep being more. I just use what I need to use. And a lot of the times that comes from things like sweet potatoes. I like, when I am eating cooked food with my raw food, I like to make choices that keep the digestion as close to eating fully raw as possible. And I find with the sweet potatoes, and I eat other potatoes too. I eat russet potatoes sometimes when I don't have sweet potatoes around the house. But the sweet potatoes are more they digest more like a sugar than a starch, because they have more sugar in them. So when I put a couple of big sweet potatoes on my salad, I don't feel any difference at all. I don't feel any kind of that drain that sometimes you do feel if you're mostly raw and you eat cooked food. So I try to make all my choices like that. Let's see, what are some of the things I've had this week? I had plantains. The other day I had sweet potatoes, plantains, and spinach. Greens, once again, that digested very well. Now, not putting the sweet potatoes on top of a salad, it digests just a little slower, not quite the same as the salad, but still it's not a drain. I like cooked food. If I'm going to have cooked food, to add some onto my stuff for calories or whatever reason, like I say, I like it to just, my digestion just to kind of keep the same. So those are the choices I make right there. But yeah, it's going to be about nutrition this winter. It's going to be about nutrition, working out, staying healthy, moving my body. I don't want to get back into, even though this is not like going to the gym, and it is, even though it's resistance training, it's a little bit different than hitting the weights. I don't want to get just into resistance training. I'm getting back more into stretching and flexibility, which at my age is uber important. Like I was telling a friend the other night, I've kind of dropped the ball since I left that little beach town in Jaco, Costa Rica, to move to the mountains in Costa Rica. About 5 years ago, I was doing yoga regularly, hard classes, 4 or 5 days a week, and I did that for about 2 years. And that's what I need to get back to, because at 56, I'm kind of transitioning into a different stage in life. I want to keep feeling good. I want to feel healthy. I want to be able to get out and do all the things I want to do. Like the other day, and this is no big athletic feat, but a lot of 56-year-old people in their late 50s can't do this. I pop up and down, I can pop down, squat to do something. And I watch other people. I watch people in their 40s like have to squat down and do something down low. And it's a major production for them to get up and down. So those are just the simple things I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going out and doing some great athletic feat. I'm just talking about, being able to be comfortable, pain-free, and move around when I get a little bit older. So those are my winter plans. I don't know if there's anything in there you can use for yourself, other than maybe if there's nothing particular you can use for yourself, figure out what you want to do, how you want to come. Like when spring rolls around again and everybody starts talking about bathing suit season, are you going to do the same old, same old? Are you going to, have to start a plan over then, or are you going to do something now? Anyhow, my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.